In this video, I want to show you how you can cut down your proposal creation time by 90%. And we will do that by creating templates with AI in minutes, like this. So we have a cover letter. We're using variables, which we can then personalize to leads and clients inside your workflows. So we have set up this template with AI with custom graphics, and then we can use that template to plug it into a workflow, which we generate and create. So we go to workflows, and then we go to like a proposal automation workflow. And then we will create custom proposals based on the template to your lead after discovery call, for example. So we will also make use of forms, which you can like fill out in the discovery call. So you have this form and you can fill it out using your data about the lead. So for example, you can see here how this can look like. And I want to show you the entire process of creating the template, of plugging into a workflow, creating the workflow, and then creating customized documents, in this case proposals, for leads to cut down proposal time by 90%. But before I will show you how you can create templates in minutes using AI and how you can set up forms and workflows to automate the generation of proposals. My name is Bennett. I'm the founder of SLE. And on my YouTube channel, I want to show you different use cases and scenarios where you can automate document creation for different departments. So for your sales departments, it's about automating agreements and proposals. For marketing, it's about generating automatically reports, so clients' monthly reports, performance reports, or if you want to deliver a project to a client, you can automate every kind of documents using templates and plugging these templates into workflows. So the whole idea is that you don't no longer have to create documents manually, but you can do this by using a workflow native document generation approach, which I will show you in this video, but also across all my other YouTube videos as well. So first of all, I will show you how you can create a template, which you can then plug into your workflows to then create personalized documents like proposals for the lead. So for that, I use the AI writer to create a new template for the proposal and gave some additional information. It asks me about what we want to focus on based on the uploaded document about the agency. So I just asked ChatGPT to come up with an imaginary agency, including pricing, services, and then plug this into here. And then it used that information to create the proposal for, and it outlined that entire document. We approved that, and then it also asked us questions about the design, about the fonts as well, and then basically also about variables. So we want to personalize templates to leads. So therefore we want to have those variables in here, which also I will explain you in a second of how we go about them. And then I asked the chat to generate the outline, and then outlines every page with some information, what will be on the content. And then I approved that and said generate the document, and then it took about like 2 to 3 minutes to generate the actual document for us. So we will open that now. And it has, I think, 9 pages. A few things still need to fix here, but overall it gives us a pretty solid template which we can then use in our actual workflow. So that's the cover page. This is the forward, simple forward for the client, for the lead, and then here we have a page about like the problems, and we can also rename that to like problems. I think that's better. And we can implement a graphic in here as well, or like images from your agency. And then here we will talk about the 2 services we can provide to the lead. This could also be like personalized, so you can have like a placeholder saying like specific services you think are like relevant to the specific situation of the lead, and then you can also like personalize that. We can add, for example, like a graphic here explaining the services, so we can do that as well. Here we have another solution page. So basically we wanted to propose 2 services. First of all, it was about the growth strategy, and the second solution was about the demand generation. And here we can also like add a graphic to it to just make it look a bit more like premium. So we just need to move this block to this page, and we can also like shorten it. This is just like a really basic graphic which can be used to support the actual like service on this page here. And we can do the same thing, for example, for the second solution which we offer to the leads as well. And so we can generate the graphic here. And then also we have a page about our approach and the process of how we want to implement that. And then finally we have a page about investment. So we outlined from ChatGPT, I think I told us about like 3,000 and 7,000 per project. So it referenced that in here. and also like includes like monthly retainers as well. So yeah, it gives us a pretty solid overview. And then also you can see here at the bottom we have a signature block, which I will explain to you in a second of how we can make use of the signatures. But first of all, I want to show you the variables. So we have 6 different variables here. We can also add more variables to this as well. So you can here see we also have like a really basic graphic for this page as well. It's like, yeah, really simple. The focus should be like actually on the text and not on the graphic, especially like inside the proposal. I think that's more important. So for example, for the problems, we can also have like another variable in here saying like problem, or we basically go over the problems. And then here for the forward, we can have like a variable talking about like the company. So we can have like a variable, let's say company description, to give a more overview about the current situation of the lead. So then this is like the foundation of implementing documents automation into workflows. So then in the second step, what we can do is we can create a form. I already created a form called discovery call, which we can use to basically inside the discovery call, we can just make some notes, but instead of just taking notes in Notion, for example, or like Apple Notes, whatever, we can immediately fill out this form. So you can see here we have lead name, we have company name, identify problems, opportunities, scope of work, project price, timeline. So inside the call, we can fill out this form, and when this form gets filled out, it will trigger our workflow. So for that, let's set up the workflow. So we go to workflows, we create a new workflow from scratch. We can also use templates for that. Let's call it proposal automation 2, since we already have one. And then we will configure the form, which is called discovery call. And then the next node, we will integrate a AI module. We can use Cloud, for example. We can use this model, and then also select our current connection. And then basically, instead of writing the entire prompt ourselves, we can use this feature in here, which will generate your rough notes into a ready prompt, which can be used to then like turn rough notes about the lead into paragraphs. Can use inside the proposal. I'm really bad at typing, but then let's also add like saying we want to output this in JSON. And then we can add a JSON format here saying like one variable will be problem. And then we have like opportunities. And then we also have like company description, for example, or like timeline. So we can make use of all these variables inside our proposal that we template, which we set up earlier. So let's just go with that and ask this agent to generate a prompt from our rough notes about the prompt. So yeah, it took not even like 5 seconds. It gives us a professional prompt, and then also we can say output as JSON, so we can do that as well. One thing, oh, here's an error, and here's also this missing. And what else? Oh, so I think it should be fine now. So let's just save that and configure the next module, which will be assetly. And the action will be create a document. So how this will work is we will select a template. So we'll use the template we just generated, so proposal, and then we can say document name. So for example, we can say proposal 4, and then we can add this variable in here, so lead name, which will then, for example, is called proposal for Bennett. Sender first name, which will be me, sender company, let's say SLE, and then client last name. And we can, for example, also like add this variable from like the lead name in here to like don't overcomplicate things. Problem will be generated with Cloud. So we first have to run the Cloud model, and then sender last name will be also me, and client first name, which will be also like lead name. And then we have some other variables which we just specified inside the template. So for example, company description, client name. So we can use them, or problem, after Cloud is done generating the text. And then finally, what we can do is we will create the document. And then in the next step, what we can also do is, after the document is created, so we can then also configure signing. So you can automatically assign like the sender and the client to the document as well. So sender will be me, and then here email will be my email, for example, and then we can also specify the variables from the lead. So yeah, I told you I'm really bad at typing. And then for the client, we can also say like auto sign for the sender, so we don't have to like sign it, but it will be automatically signed by us. And then for the client, we can specify that as well. So based on the lead name, and then if, for example, we have another variable inside the form as well, talking about the email. So yeah, we can do that as well. And then even like after signing, we can redirect the user to like a specific, like for example, to like your Calendly link, so they can book like a call with you for like the onboarding process. And then finally, what we can do after we configure the signing, we can create a share link, and then we can, for example, add another module here with an email. So for example, if you want to use your own email, you can create a share link of that template. So basically, we will then instead of we first have to output this. But then finally, what you can also do is you can configure an email module and then integrate the share link in here. And you can send the email to the lead with that share link, which they can then automatically sign. So yeah, that's the whole process of like generating a template in minutes and then plugging the template into this workflow here to then generate the document and personalize it to each lead. So now we can test the actual execution of this workflow. So we have this form here, which I just filled out with some sample data, and then it should have triggered our, you can see it's running, but it won't be perfect since we didn't connect the variables from the form inside the cloud module, which then actually outputs the variables like the problems, company description as well for the specific lead. So we actually didn't do that, but still we can go on that execution, and I just like end the workflow. But you can see here we should have added like those variables from the form into the cloud module, but it still outputted some data, and it created the document with our like sample data which we integrated in here. So what we can do is we can go to the documents, we can go on the document we just generated, so you can see it here, and then you can see that this is like personalized for like I just, like I said, inputted some sample data in here, but I think you get the principle. We would obviously have to fill in those variables from a workflow, but I think you get the idea that this entire document automatically generated. I just wanted to show you how we can configure signing. So I just ended that module in the workflow, but you can also like manually set up the signing for the sender, and then also for the client. If you want to like manually, for example, assign that, so we can add this, we can add the sender, and then at the bottom you should see those two signature blocks. If we update the page, then they will be added in there as well. So that's the whole idea and approach behind automating manual document creation with templates and integrate the templates into your most important processes. For example, like sales processes with this proposal, but also automating the generation of onboarding documents, marketing reports, like performance reports, ad reports, monthly client reports. I think you get the idea that you can automate your entire documents by using templates, and then plugging those templates into workflows, and then create personalized documents like agreements, proposals, reports for leads and clients, and then you can approve them, and then you can send them to your leads and clients. So I hope you liked this video, and I hope you like the idea of saving more time by eliminating manual document creation by automating them with workflows. So I hope you liked the video, and I will see you next week, where we'll also talk about different other use cases and scenarios where you can automate your documents.